dun 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 bum ba da ba dun ba dum ba da ba dun bum ba ba dun bum ba 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 da 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 bum da 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 bum da 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 no ba da 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 T-Rex face ba 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 da da da.
That's right, people. You wanted it. A lot of you wanted it. A National Geographic deck where all the creatures are normal, non-magical animals that exist on Earth with a zoologist as the commander, maybe? Well, obviously, that means elves in the trash. Dragons in the trash. Santa Claus in the trash. That's right. He's been your dad in a costume your entire life. And did you know that
Earth, the only rock in our solar system capable of sustaining life, known for its numerous ecosystems, habitats, and biodiversity, no ecosystem more well known than the jungle, forests, full of trees, waterfalls, with many creatures calling this habitat home. What looks like a simple pile of leaves and sticks turns out to be a home for a small little creature known as the poison dart frog. Adorable. The grassy plains of the forest are home to, perhaps, a capybara wishing to relax in the sun and bask. A basking capybara. But the forest is known mainly for one creature above all else. The commander of this deck. It is in fact Lonis, cryptozoologist. Integral part of this deck because it's a zoologist. But the forest is also home to something much more beautiful than a commander. Something only found directly in nature. That's right. The sponsorship segment. Beautiful. There it is.
That's right. This video is sponsored by Card Castle. In nature, there are many different creatures, some of which have really freaking awesome eyes that can see in different colors and wavelengths, rods and cones, etc. Things that we humans just don't have. The more you know. But Card Castle evens the odds. It allows us to see things like a tiger or like a snake. And mainly we use that site to scan our magic cards into Card Castle. They're freaking sweet. They put it all in one place, like a library. Or if you got creatures, like a zoo, but without any animal cruelty. Isn't that awesome? Their motto is actually no animal cruelty. And that's a fact. No animals are harmed at Card Castle at all. And it's really good. And did I mention you get a free month with my link? So not only are you able to digitize your entire collection, you get an entire month free to scan as many cards as you want. You can go all over the planet, the animal planet, scanning all those cards. So thanks again, Card Castle, for the sponsor. Let's hop right back into the video. So like I said, our commander is Lonis, cryptozoologist, green and a blue for a 1/2 legendary creature snake, no other creature types. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, investigate, all right? And then we can tap and sack X clues. Target opponent reveals the top X of their library. We get to yoink a non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from those cards and put it onto our battlefield for free. It's really good. And then those cards that we didn't pick go onto the bottom of their library. Really cool. So when you ask me red pill or the clue pill, we're taking the clue pill every time. And of course, since this deck is all about investigation and running a lot of creatures to make those clue tokens with our commander, why not include Uthros Titanic God Core, a planet that taps for each artifact we control. That's a lot of mana. Evendo Walking Heaven taps and adds a green for each creature we control. We're going to have a lot of creatures and we're going to have a lot of artifacts. And wait a minute, creature, planet, animal, planet, it's all part of the plan. Now, of course, first animal, Night Pack Ambusher. All right, this guy makes wolves and werewolves a little bit stronger. Wolf steroids, we love that. Hungry Lynx, cat steroids, we love that. You give somebody a rat, we eat the rat, that's the circle of life, baby. Our lynx gets bigger. Beastmaster Ascension. It's just steroids in general, giving +5/+5 to all of our creatures, and we attack a couple times. It's really cool. Toski, Bearer of Secrets. He's 4 mana for a squirrel. All right, look at him. He's a squirrel. You can't counter him. You can't kill him. He attacks each combat like a regular squirrel would. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, we draw a card. Card draw, very good. Now, of course, everybody knows that every documentary needs a camera crew behind the scenes getting the shots. So we've got Tireless Tracker. He's on location, finding stuff. When land enters, we investigate, sack all those clues, put a bunch of counters on this guy. Really cool. Martha Jones, 2 and a blue for a 3/2. She's the woman who walked the earth, canonically. Investigate, sacking clues, getting good payoffs. Martha Jones, thank you for being behind the scenes. We also got Piper Wright, public reporter. She's reporting, canonically. Deal combat damage, investigate that many times. That's a lot of clues. That means we get to yoink a lot of stuff from our opponents. Really cool. Now, back to the animals. Starting with Undergrowth Leopard. 1 and a green for a 2/2 vigilant cat that we can use to destroy target artifact or enchantment by exploding the cat, just like in nature. Insidious Fungus. 1 green for a fungus. It's a 1/2. We can pay 2 to sack it and explode something. Or also ramp. Really good, just like in nature. Caustic Caterpillar. He's hungry for destruction. He likes to explode. You love to see it. Just like you love to see the sequel to Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, which is a perfect segue into the fact that district mascot is a dog that can then explode things, like in the movie. Or Feline Sovereign, which would be Kitty Galore in this reference. Other cats get +1/+1 and protection. And when cats destroy stuff that explodes other stuff, you get the point. Animal-based removal is really good because that's what the deck is all about. We want animals. It's National Geographic. And speaking of National Geographic, you got to learn. We need a little bit of learning in this deck. So, Junk Winder, 7 mana, but it's affinity for tokens, so probably like 2 mana, really. And it's a serpent, which is more likely a boa constrictor. And the way they get their prey is by squeezing it until it suffocates, which fits perfectly with Junk Winder's play pattern, because whenever a token we control enters, we're tapping target non-land permanent and opponent controls, squeezing it, and it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So it's basically asleep. We're constricting it. They don't get to play. It's really fun. There's also End-Raise Forerunners, 8 mana for a 7/7, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, giving an overrun effect to our creatures of a +2/+2 and Vigilance and Trample. We love to see it. And they're a boar, a wild boar. And wild boars, fun fact, are considered a harmful invasive species, according to National Geographic, overrunning our delicate environments. Wait a minute, overrunning, Forerunners, overrun effect. You learned something today. Then, of course, Tree Monkey. He's 1 green for a tree monkey. He's a monkey, but more likely a red leaf monkey. And did you know that red leaf monkeys are highly territorial and they will challenge any intruders within their home range? It makes sense now that Tree Monkey has reach. Wow, we're learning a lot today. But really, we need to be learning, how do we win? Step 1 is obviously get Lonus onto the battlefield. Step clue is to then investigate a whole lot. And it's very easy because we have a lot of 1-drops like Birds of Paradise, the Mirkwood Spider, the Chocobo, the Spore Frog, all of which are either chump blockers or provide some other value like the Insidious Fungus, ramping and destroying stuff. It's really good. So we have a bunch of clues now. We feed them back into Lonus to then clue-scade our opponent's decks. And who are we targeting? The Dragon Andy, or whoever has the most expensive deck, because, as we all know, expensive decks means they have cool stuff in them, and what better way to win than with their own cool, expensive stuff? For example, my friend has a World Shaper Precon. I hit him with the Clue-Scade, and I got Master of the Review. Obviously, you're like, wow, only 2 mana? Well, when you sack something, it gets stronger. So I sacked a bunch of clues, and then made this guy really strong, and then he died, and then I eliminated the guy who I stole the thing from in the first place. So yeah, you can just do that, but depending on what deck they're playing, just use whatever their strongest thing is that works with your game plan and works against them. I digress. You can also use End-Raise Forerunners, a boar, I like it, or Aggressive Mammoth, an elephant, giving Trample, and Beastmaster Ascension, giving +5/+5. So you just overrun. We got a lot of those. We also have Guardian Project, aka Conservation Project, which just gives us card draw to keep our hand full of those 1-drops and 2-drops, so that way we have a lot of investigation. It's good. Rampant Frogantua, of course, is the GOAT in this deck. It's a big frog. He gets really strong, and it's really easy to win with him because once you Junk Winder your opponents, they have no blockers. You hit them for like 30 damage, they die. It's really good and awesome. And you get to put a lot of land onto the battlefield and ramp. It works really, really well. So yeah, it's a blast to play. I love my Lonus deck. I love playing other people's stuff and investigating, drawing cards, dropping cool little value creatures. It's a great time. I would recommend it. Now, of course, that does bring us to the end of the video. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe, If you really liked it, hey, I got a Patreon. Look at all of them going by. They're adorable. They're awesome. You get access to stuff behind the scenes, days in advance, no YouTube ads. That's probably the big one. And yeah, it just really supports me and all my National Geographic ventures. And of course, there's a Discord linked in the description down below. And yeah, it's free. You can join it. And of course, if you have something you want me to build, challenge me in the comments down below. The one with the most upvotes, I have to build. And thanks again to Card Castle for sponsoring this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.